Don Donaher, I worked for him for 10 years at Dayton. To me, one of the greatest coaches that ever worked in the game. 1960s, he took a team to the Final Four and lost to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in UCLA. 70s went on and lost to Bill Walton in a regional final. And then in '84, when I was with him, we lost a regional final to Georgetown and Patrick Ewing and those guys to go to the Final Four. So pretty good coach, great man, great person.
My mentor was my older brother, who's no longer with us, but he was the guy that I tagged along with all the time, and he taught me everything.
My basketball mentor is a great basketball coach named Herb Livesey, who coached men at Orange Coast College and ran a great basketball camp called Snow Valley Basketball Schools, where I learned a lot about basketball and a lot about motivating athletes and a lot about educating young athletes. So I'd have to say it was Herb Livesey.
Probably my biggest mentor has been Lorenzo Romar, the head coach at the University of Washington.
I was blessed to work with a coach named Craig Wigington, and he was just a great person for me in my life that just gave me the chance to really get into college basketball and to a firsthand look. And since I was done playing, I started with the women, and it's just something that it was like one of those things that that there's a fit, and that's where I was supposed to be and called according to that. And he gave me that first chance to do that, and then he's been intricate in a lot of job opportunities along the way, and it's just been great to be able to work with him those years. I worked with him for 5 years under his staff, and not only just the success on the court, but just the opportunity to work with a man who had a great influence in my life, and just the opportunity that he gave me to work in the women's side of the college game, and just have incredible experiences and help pave the way from what I'm doing this very moment today.
I've had a number. I've been really fortunate through my career. I associated with Coach Don Haskins of legendary 1966 NCAA championship team at Texas Western, at Weber State. I had links to Dick Motta, who probably, if anyone ever asked me if I ever idoled a coach I wanted to be, was Dick Motta as a really young age. Neil McCarthy was my college coach and boss for a long time, and Rick Majerus. Spent many years with Rick, and Larry Farmer and the UCLA John Wooden theory is in my background. So I've been very fortunate to have a lot of great mentors, and I've really helped formulate and develop my philosophy of coaching.
My mentor is here in the building with me, actually, but Coach Rob Barnes on the men's basketball team. He's kind of taken me under his wing. Not only has he shown me about just being a good coach, but he showed me how to run a program.
My mentor is Rob Evans. When it comes to basketball, he was the guy that hired me at the University of Mississippi as an assistant coach. One of my other mentors is a guy by the name of Danny Buggs, and he's been a member of the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and kind of took me under his wings as a young coach and kind of taught me about integrity and honesty and just the love for young people. So,
my coach, so I went to college at Southern Connecticut, now at State University, and played on a terrific team. I played in 3 Final Fours. But my coach's name is Louise O'Neill, great coach. I played with some great people, but she was a great leader. I had terrific memories of that time. But we were way ahead of our time, and she helped inspire me to be a great coach. Not just about the scoreboard, doing it right, treating people right. And I try to aspire to those principles.
Probably John McMullen, who was a Hall of Fame community college coach in California. John brought me up from the high school ranks where I was just kind of helping out and kind of giving back, and he really taught me what it was to be a coach and how valuable it was to kind of lead with a servant leadership type mentality. And I think he was probably the main person that inspired me to take up coaching as a full-time profession.
Probably no surprise, my sister Brenda, who's the head coach out at the University of Maryland, has been with me every step of the way, got me into the profession, and really showed me what it looked like. Always an amazing thing to have a Final Four and a national championship coach on speed dial. So she continues to be a great mentor for me today.
As a player, my mentor was my brother Tom. He's just older than me, the most competitive person I know. Taught me a lot about competing and hard work in the game of basketball. For coaching, it would be my high school coach, the late Sandra Meadows. She's an icon in girls basketball, and she definitely taught me how to play the game and coach the game and do it in a classy way through fundamentals?
Probably my parents, mainly because growing up I saw how hard both of them worked. Didn't have a whole lot of money, and the way they sacrificed for me and my brothers was huge. And then basketball-wise was probably a guy named Tom Kozelko, who played at the University of Toledo, played for the Washington Bullets behind Wes Unseld. He kind of mentored me, was my high school assistant coach, and really took me under wing and taught me a lot of things, but mainly just about how to compete and what I had to do.
My mentors were Sanger High School Superintendent Herbert Arledge, who has passed away, but I still have his picture above my computer every day, and he still motivates me in a positive way each and every day. And my two high school coaches, Billy Ed Nance and Ralph Amix, they set the groundwork on what I have become, how I do things, and the attitude that I take to work every day.
Ongoing mentor is my high school coach, Coach Novell, and also Coach Patino's still a strong mentor for me as well.
I guess I have to say I have a few mentors. Maurice Menifee, like I said, was my softball coach. Karen Langland, who was the head coach at Michigan State and kind of got me started in the Division I coaching and gave me the reins to kind of learn the ins and outs of coaching on the business side and the athletic side. And then last but certainly not least, my mom. She still to this day inspires me and gives me all the confidence that I need to go on and to do whatever it is that I would like to do in life. My mom from day one has been very inspirational and will continue to be my mentor.